Welcome to 4C Visions. I'm your host, R.V. Hight, Director of Communications at Central Carolina Community College. In this edition of 4C Visions, it is my pleasure to welcome Mr. Julian Philpott, Chairman of the 16-member Central Carolina Community College Board of Trustees. Mr. Philpott has served on the CCCC Board of Trustees since 2006 and has been the board's chairman since July 2011. A native of Lexington, Mr. Philpott received his undergraduate degree from the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill and his law degree from Wake Forest University. Since 1992, Mr. Philpott has served as Secretary and General Counsel to the North Carolina Farm Bureau Federation and its affiliated companies, performing general corporate legal work for state and county Farm Bureau organizations and the North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company. He also represents the North Carolina Farm Bureau before the North Carolina General Assembly, as well as various federal, state, and local government agencies. Mr. Philpott has been appointed to serve on several North Carolina legislative study commissions in the past, including the Insurance Reform Advisory Committee and the Commission to Address Smart Growth, Growth Management, and Development Issues in North Carolina. Mr. Philpott resides in Sanford and is married to Cynthia G. McFadden. They have 5 daughters and 13 grandchildren. The last 2 were born exactly 1 week apart last summer. Mr. Philpott, welcome to 4C Visions.
Thank you, R.V. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, we're glad to have you. Mr. Philpott, tell us about the role of the Central Carolina Community College Board of Trustees.
Thank you, R.V. The trustees aren't meant to get involved in the real nitty-gritty of the day-to-day management of the community college. We're really supposed to be an administrative board, like a board of directors of a corporation, where we develop overall policy that the president and the administration would implement. I guess our biggest job is to make sure that we hire the president of the college, subject to the approval of the State Board of Community College. With that, I'd have to say we hired a great one with President Bud Marchant, who was hired after my first 2 years on the board. So he's been here for some time, but he's done a fantastic job as captain of the ship. And, we're very proud of what President Marchant and his administrative team and the faculty and the staff have been able to accomplish since he's been here.
Well, what influenced you or inspired you to want to become a trustee of the college?
My father and uncles were heavily involved when Davidson County Community College was created back in the early 60s, when I was living in Lexington, North Carolina. And my father and mother met as educators in Charlotte, North Carolina. Then Dad decided he would probably do better supporting a family by joining the family furniture manufacturing business. But one of the things that he instilled in me was to try and provide public service. He told me many times that that's the most rewarding thing you can do, and to make sure that you're doing it not for your personal benefit, but try and provide a benefit to others. When I moved to Sanford back in the late 80s, one of the things I wanted to get involved in was trying to support education. My wife taught school here until she retired about 4 years ago. And I got involved with Communities in Schools, and I served for several years as chairman of Communities in Schools. Jan Hayes, who's on the Board of Trustees, was one of the board members of Communities in Schools. And it was when I was involved with Communities in Schools is when the college and the school board were looking at developing the Lee Early College. And I was on the committee that was charged with taking a look at Lee Early College and getting that implemented. And that was my first experience working with Central Carolina Community College specifically. And then when Bill Tatum was on the school board, he asked if I'd be interested in serving as a trustee, and I said that I would. It turned out John Sauls was getting ready to step down from the General Assembly, and Bill called me and said, well, John was interested in serving, and would I mind waiting or wait till another year? And I said, yeah, because John is a tremendous supporter of community colleges. He was when he was chairman of one of the committees in the General Assembly for community colleges. But at that time, the Board of Commissioners had an appointment available. I put in an application, and I was appointed back in 2006. So that's sort of how I got involved with Central Carolina Community College specifically.
Wow. Well, now you've had the opportunity to work with a variety of individuals who have served on the board along with you. What has that been like?
I think our board has, over all of the terms I've served, have worked extremely hard. We've always had a diversity of board members. We've had appraisers, we've had attorneys, we've had retired educators, both on the college level, K-12. We've had public and private employees, consultants, financial advisors, and I think that broad experience across the board members really helps to bring different experiences there and different perspectives, which I think is beneficial for the Board of Trustees and the college. I think, from the standpoint of the boards in the past and the current board we have, they're all dedicated to ensuring that Central Carolina Community College is getting their best effort. And they have the entire service area at heart in making sure that all three counties are well served by the college. So the people from Chatham and Harnett are very supportive of what we want to do in Lee County, and in Lee County we're very supportive of the other two counties as well. The board works extremely hard, and it's probably the best board I've ever worked on, and I'm extremely proud to work with these individuals.
Well, I'm sure you are. And of course, you've had the great opportunity to work with a great number of citizens from our three county area, as well as government officials. What has that been like?
I think my job with Farm Bureau and the fact that I've had to spend a lot of time working with the county farm bureaus and county commissioners and city council members all across the state, has helped in trying to build relationships in our service area and with the individuals that we all have working there. Of course, we've got Jim Bergen, who's chair of the Harnett County Commissioners, who's on our Board of Trustees. He serves as vice chair currently. We've got Jim Crawford, who's chairman of the board of the Chatham County Commissioners. Patrick Barnes, who passed away within the last year, was a Chatham County Commissioner and a strong supporter of the college. But I think that, with these elected officials, we've got tremendous support for the college, from the financial support that they've given in appropriations, but also the support that they have given in spreading the word about Central Carolina Community College and what a great educational institution it is.
Well, now you also have heard many people comment about the college and your role as chairman of the Board of Trustees. What are some of the common things that you hear people say about the college?
I think they understand, based on the fine work that you and Marcy Dishman and, Kathy McDonald, who was in your position before you, in getting the word out to the community, they understand that we are at Central Carolina Community College, one of the most outstanding community colleges, not just in the state of North Carolina, but in the country. We're very innovative with programs, and, I think what I have heard from a number of the students who've done a lot of research, they've chosen Central Carolina Community College because they see we've got outstanding programs, and then as they come in, they've been even more impressed with the faculty and staff, with the passion that they have, and I've heard a number of them say it was the best decision they ever made, and they're going to be great ambassadors going out in the community and in the business world and touting what Central Carolina Community College has meant to them, so that continued word of mouth is going to spread.
As chairman of the Board of Trustees, it must bring you a great deal of satisfaction to hear of the many success stories that our students have attained over the years.
Well, I know there was an article in the newspaper in the Sanford Herald this morning. I think one of our students who started in the vet med program and is now in a graduate program in public administration, and very excited about that. We had a young man who was a teacher, I think, over in Harnett County, who took his students through our Laser and Photonics program, which is nationally recognized, and he was so excited about it, he decided to quit teaching. He got into the laser and photonics program, and now he's in the aerospace industry out in Livermore, California. So, yeah, as I say, those kind of success stories are great to hear about, but you know, there are so many of them, I can't even mention them all, but I think the experiences and the opportunities that we're able to provide our students really serve the college well, and providing industry without an outstanding workforce. And as we look forward, I think as we come so far in the last 50 years since the creation of this college, we're intending to try and help Central Carolina Community College get well positioned for the next 50 years as well.
And with the many innovative programs that the college offers, I'm sure that makes your job a lot easier when you're out speaking about the college to the general public.
It does, RV. We've got a sustainable agriculture program over in Chatham County that has been nationally recognized. Our laser and photonics program, I think our Farm Bureau Board of Directors went on an agriculture trip, and we went over to Epcot because the American Farm Bureau had an agricultural exhibit in the interventions area. And I found out as I was talking with one of the Disney employees that some of our folks who had graduated from the laser and photonics program, who I think work for Grumman Industries, I think on a private contract, they were the ones who developed the laser shows at Epcot and the Magic Kingdom and over at Hollywood Studios. So it's amazing what our students are doing in innovative ways. But it's nice to hear about it and away from Lee, Harnett, and Chatham counties.
Well, thank you, Mr. Philpott. We will return after these messages.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you?
You know you do.
Yeah,
But I don't know where to start.
that's why we're here. We're free, handsome,
Oh, I think we're breathtaking.
and here to guide you through every step of the way, starting with attendance. Gary, financial aid forms. Biology homework, G. I got this. Is that Bran? Colleges love extracurricular activities.
Chess really isn't my thing.
I got this. Doesn't matter. Go ahead. Picking a college, man. You and us. We go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos.
Fire and ice.
Those don't really go together.
Go to GetSchooled.com for more info.
And then from this angle, it all makes a star.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore.
Show up
And frustration, a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy, and giving up impossible.
And then we're gonna turn the lights and everybody look up.
I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought.
Find me one.
What's your reaction gonna be? Yeah, exactly.
And unconventional methods
Okay, what else?
common.
This is their world.
There's nothing.
And then they die. Go ahead, go, go, go.
I'm a teacher. I make more.
Listen to me. I am captain of the track team. And if I'm late,
She doesn't really think she's going to get out of here, does she?
Be nice. She's new.
Hello, is anyone there? Ugh!
Wow. Even from our standards, you look awful.
Oh, sweetie, what happened?
Me? My friend Becky got to talk to this super cute boy, and I tried to act like I wasn't jealous, but I so totally was. And then out of nowhere, this concrete barrier just popped up. Maybe it was a semi.
You mean you were driving?
Yeah. I mean, I know the whole eyes on the road thing, but this was a super important text. Maybe you have to know, Becky.
Texting? Great.
But it was only like 5 seconds, and I'm a really, really fast texter, so it wasn't even a big deal. Actually, has she texted me back yet? Wow, I get like no bars in this place. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi here.
Welcome back to 4C Visions. Today our guest is Mr. Julian Philpott, Chairman of the Central Carolina Community College Board of Trustees. Welcome back, Julian.
Thank you, RV. It's great to be here and appreciate the opportunity to come and speak about the college with you.
Well, I'm glad you're here. Today, we want to talk a little bit about the passage of the bond referendum in Lee County that would fund college construction and improvements. Talk a little bit about those improvements and what are their importance in looking at the future of the college.
We talked a little bit earlier in the show about how we at Central Carolina Community College want to continue to have innovative programs to offer to our prospective students and to offer for our employers having employees coming in who need training. With several of our programs, such as the Vet Med program, which is one of the most highly recognized programs in the country, the accrediting agency wanted us to expand the facility. And if we hadn't done that, it might have been a possibility to where they would have said, well, we may need to look at whether the facility needs to remain accredited, and we didn't want that to happen. So part of the bond funds, that $23 million bond package, was to help renovate and expand the Vet Med facility, the lab facility. So we're having high-tech lab the facility's upgraded. We're going to have new equipment in there, more facilities to house animals and to separate the animals as we need to. And of course with Dr. Kim Browning, she's done an outstanding job heading up the program. We're very excited about that. And of course we have a health sciences building down in Harnett County. We're very excited about the new health sciences building that is getting ready to go across Kelly Drive on the side of Kelly Drive as a civic center. And of course the Board of Trustees voted recently to name that building for Oscar and Elderleen Keller for their contributions to the college and to the citizens of Lee County. That facility is going to enable us to move our dental program over from the W.B. Wicker Center, which may end up being used for a school for Lee County schools, but where we can locate more of our programs on the Kelly Drive campus site. And we're going to have 18 stations for the dental students, expansion of programs and facilities and meeting space for running our continuing ed programs for our health sciences programs. And the health sciences employment area is one of the fastest growing in the state. I'm a prime example. I had a heart attack and quadruple bypass back in 1996. Medical technology helped save my life. It's kept me alive, and I'm probably doing better today than I ever have. But with the health sciences, we're living longer, and as a result of that, we need more people involved in the medical field to help with all the aging population and the number of people we have moving into this area. So we've got a lot of medical employers, whether it's rest homes, doctors' offices, hospitals, urgent care facilities. They're looking for people, and we want to be able to supply those needs. So that health sciences building that we're going to have is going to be about 30,000 square feet. And it's going to help us serve a significant need. We also have, some renovation and expansion of our emergency services training center out at the old airport site. And that's been a nationally recognized training site. We've had teams from as far away as Australia come in to do emergency services training there. And one of the things we found that we needed was to have some shower facilities, so that because of regulations we have to have either that or have the physical training at the end of the day so they can get in their cars and drive off. That's not necessarily conducive to handling things as efficiently as we may need to, depending on weather situations and that type thing. So with the expansion, we're going to have some additional classroom space. We'll have showers that the students will be able to take advantage of, and we'll have some improvements done, repair of the training track around there and our fire tower. So that's going to be of assistance too. And then we always have renovation, repairs, needs that some of the funding is going for repairing roofs, and as we move people out, as we get new buildings constructed, it's going to enable us to have space that will need to be renovated so we can move people and have a more efficient operation within the college family. So with the passage, and I have to say as a trustee and on behalf of the college, we're very appreciative of the strong support that the citizens of Lee County gave to the passage of these bonds. All of them passed by wide margins, and we're just extremely grateful for the people who went out and voted and said, yes, this is important to us in Lee County. Ultimately, these facilities are going to help draw students and provide them with the best possible experience and technology that we can provide here, so that our workforce, once they finish here, they're going to go out and be the best trained that they can be. And all of this construction is going to help us with Central Carolina Community College stay at that forefront and continue to move forward.
And of course, we're excited about the renovations and additions at the Civic Center.
Yeah, that's probably the largest. When we look at the most money being spent, we're going to have the expansion of the Civic Center. One of the things that we had heard is there was a need for additional breakout room space to get folks to come in for multi-day events. And so with the expansion, we're going to have some meeting room breakout spaces. It'll enable us to renovate the interior of the existing section. But one of the exciting things is we're going to have a brand new culinary arts kitchen that will be able to expand the culinary arts program. And I know for Chef Ham, he's very excited about it. We are as trustees and the administration, because that is a popular program. And we've got a lot of students who want to take advantage of it. And I think the exciting thing is, as people are driving by, the way the building is designed, people will be able to look in and see the students at work in that kitchen. So we're excited about it.
That'll be fun. And of course, speaking of the culinary, with the new Dunn Enrichment Center, that's an exciting time for the Harnett County side of Central Carolina Community College.
It really is, and that's where you had a number of private individuals and organizations, and you had one nonprofit that worked very closely with Central Carolina Community College, the City of Dunn officials, the town council, that nonprofit, and also the Harnett County commissioners to work together to get the funding, to matching funds, so we could get the federal grant to renovate that Dunn Center. And it's going to be a fantastic facility. That's another area where Chef Ham is able to expand the culinary arts program in Harnett. We think that that's going to be a huge drawing card for Dunn, and with some of the rest home residents that are close by there's going to be a synergy where the people there are going to be able to take advantage of some of the services that the college provides, and it's going to be a great experience. So I think it'll help us draw students from areas close by there that maybe we're not tapping into that right now, but it certainly makes Dunn feel a whole lot closer connection to Central Carolina Community College than they may have had when we just had the Lillington campus.
And of course, with increasing that footprint in Harnett County, we're also talking about increasing that footprint in Chatham County with the addition of another Harnett, or the Chatham Health Sciences Center.
Yes, sir, and that's going to be, I think the hope is that facility is going to be about 50,000 square feet. The discussion is placing it at the close to the Briar Chapel area. There's been a lot of demand there, and they're trying to work through all of that with the Chatham County Commissioners and the folks in Briar Chapel. But we think that having a facility close to the medical school at Chapel Hill and with the dental programs there, that will be a real good tie-in for our students and an opportunity for the students at Chapel Hill to come and see our graduates and try and help get them hired. But we're very excited about that. There's even some discussion about tying in a library, Chatham County Library, with that facility. But we're excited that it looks like it may be about, or the hope is it's going to be about 50,000 square feet of health sciences facility that really will be a very good addition for Chatham County. So we're excited about that prospect as well.
Well, with your service on the board, what are your expectations and dreams for the college in the years ahead?
We've had outstanding leadership and participation from trustees in the past. A lot of people that I've known, Tommy Mann Sr., Meggs Golden, or some of the folks who helped look at this as a dream, and they were able to get bricks and mortar on the ground. We've had strong presidents here with Jeff Hockaday and others. Matt Garrett was the president when I came in. Of course, I've talked about what a great job President Marchant has done. My goal and my dreams are to try and make sure that we leave the college in better shape than it was even when we came on board. I think we're making progress and moving things forward, but my goal before I leave the board is to try and make sure that we're positioning ourselves to continue to be at that forefront of innovation and have the programs available that we see are going to help people get really good paying jobs and help pull businesses and industries into Lee County, into Chatham County, and into Harnett County, because ultimately as we do that, all the citizens win, and it helps to improve the quality of life. I know our mission statement at Central Carolina Community College is that we want to be the catalyst for individual, community, and economic development through the community college. And I think that we're doing that. We want to continue and improve on that every day. So that's my goal and my hopes for the future of Central Carolina Community College.
Well, Mr. Philpott, thank you for your service to the college, and we want to thank our viewers for being with us today on 4C Visions, and we look forward to seeing you next time.